All right, guys, we're going to jump right into this next match. With me today, right now, instead of Uberransy, we got Pyrocheese. You want to say hi, Pyrocheese?
Hello. Hey guys, happy to be here and ready to cast this tournament. It's gonna be fun.
We didn't have the pleasure of having your team compete, but really cool to have your input on the gameplay. We got
unfortunately
team,
we're all
right?
kind of busy. Yeah, that one team, T1T, as we're known. I guess we're a couple of streamers, basically. Some friends that got together decided to
Holla Dollar
toss
Dollar.
a team together.
Celti.
Yep, Holla Dollar
My rival.
Celsi, and Celsi, Celtozula, some people call him, and myself. And unfortunately we were all busy that day, so unfortunately we couldn't participate. And I would have loved to participate. Honestly, I look forward to pretty
You
much.
just wanted to
any
give the other
tournament.
teams a chance, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, at that point, like, it's just if we're in the team, we all know the outcome, and I don't need to say that outcome because we all know what's going to happen. We're going to lose in the first round. So let's go ahead and get into this draft, shall we?
Yeah, definitely. So we got Ribbit as the map selection, and I'll just jump through the different dots and the picks and bans here. We got Ix being banned, which is a favorite for being the first banned, either Ix or Rocket usually. We got Penny being banned, also kind of like an S tier from what I hear from the pros. And then the Gnaw, which is an interesting ban, but it makes sense on this map with the drip spit and all the area control. For the other team, we got Voltar being banned, which is interesting. I guess that mine from the heal bot that does like what 600 damage, so that's but I don't know if that'd be worth completely banning him for, but who knows?
Yeah, as a first ban, it strikes me as weird, but there is some
especially when there's
there.
like Rocket or like Smiles or somebody like But and then we got Deadlift, solid ban, and then Rocket. So I'm surprised that nobody picked Rocket when it's available. When Rocket's like the last to be banned, but anyways, that's and for the team comp, you want to talk about that? Different team comp?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, on the Almighty Supreme Superior, we have a Ted and Sentry. That's a classic combo since Sentry came out and Ted was a thing. We've seen Sentry Hard being that comp for a while. So I mean, we know that it's effective, and if they can get their combo off in this kind of competitive scene, we are going to expect to see a lot of team play. So that might be something to look out for. Beyond that, I do expect a lot of brawling to be coming out of the Get Juked team. As well. So if they can kind of get beyond that kind of first possible initiation from the black hole, I think they have a chance, I would say. But they do need to like wait a little bit for at least the black hole to be gone. Because really beyond that, they only have to worry about maybe a Ted stun to get stunned out of like a charge or a tornado from Frog. But beyond that, like I said, I think they do have the brawling advantage at the very least.
And also with that Raylin pick here, it's like really powerful with those jump snipes and all the clearing and
jump snipes, put a lot of auto attack damage as she builds into that, and beyond that, just a lot of area control as well. So we're gonna see an interesting match, I think.
Definitely. All right, you ready to hop into the match then?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it.
Sweet. All right, we got that sick transition made by my brother, by the way. And we're going to jump right into the match here. We are at the 24-second starting part here. Are you at that same time signature?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. All right, you want to... Actually, I'll give the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. We got Jambo on Jimmy. We got Body Hunter on Froggy G and Tempest on Raylin. On the other team, we got Yong, Isho, and Stewie. They're actually new to the competitive scene. Have you ever heard of these players? I know they're EU, so us being NA, we haven't heard of them, but...
Stewie, I know a little bit about. I think he also again because I'm mostly into the Twitch community. I don't know about forums or like much else, unfortunately. But Stewie, I've seen around. I believe I have seen him stream himself. But beyond that, everyone else on the red team, I really don't know anything about.
So we are a bunch of
what they
NA dudes. So what do we know about EU players?
Yeah, a bunch of scrubs, really. We are going to see first blood pretty early, like almost a minute into the match. Going to be on that Raylin. Yeah, and like I said, it did kind of come down to like them being put in a black hole, and also just a follow from there from Sticky Bomb as well as Teleburst coming from the Sentry. So like I said, as long as they watch out for that, I think it'll be okay. But they do have to watch out for that.
Certainly. We got a Chucho, I think is pretty counterable by Froggy G. due to the fact that he can just like get out of every kind of sticky bomb. We also got Ted on the red team, which is a really, really solid pick on this map with all the vertical clearage.
No, absolutely. I am a little bit surprised of like the lack of knots that have a lot of area control, and that might be due to like, the strengths and like what people can play. But you know, I did expect to see like a Durple come out. Like,
we got a kill off of FrogZone there with Yisho picking that up.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Right there, another black hole going to be coming out. Not going to be enough to get rid of Tempest right there, unfortunately. But they're just going to make it 2 kills to nothing in favor of the red team. So right now, red team is showing some dominance in area control as well as a little bit of turret damage. But just, you know, getting those early kills does go a long way. Nobody picked this match, so kills are really the best way for them to get solar.
It seems that a red team is just trying to capitalize off of those push comps, right? With this whole setup here, we got like Chucho, which is probably one of the best clearers, right? And then we got all the area control from Sentry and then Ted, but I mean, on the other side of things, we got Ray, which is also equally as stally. So maybe we're in for a long match here. We'll see.
Yeah, we might be. The other thing is that Chucho is a really, really good harasser as well as Ray right there. You know, just being able to pop out riffs pretty much anywhere on the map with how relatively short this one is. Oh, there's going to be a follow-up airstrike right there on the black hole.
That Ray there. That would have killed her for sure.
Yeah, that would have definitely killed her, and like, going to be just enough for her to go back and teleport. That means they're going to get a little bit of a push on the bottom. So, like I said, winning in turret damage, and that's, you know, at the end of the day, that's what matters in this game.
So yeah, we're going to see red team just trying to chip as much damage as they can while the other team teleports back to get some health. Oh, it looks like, okay, never mind. I thought Sentry bought the area of effect, but, yeah.
I do kind of want to point out an interesting pick right here. Froggy picked up Arbe as a first item. Oh, hold on, there's going to be an airstrike right here. No, actually, it's a simple black hole, sticky bomb follow-up. Going to do a lot of damage, and then Ted is going to be stuck there as well. Going to be able to barely get out. Frog kind of wants to follow up on that, so unfortunately not going to be any pick off for the blue team right there. Almost a 2 for nothing in that trade against blue team, but you know, luckily it was only a 1 on the Ray, unfortunately. So they're going to be getting some push off that. But going back really quick, like I said, Arbe on Frog. What do you think about that?
How would they use that, really? I don't know.
I mean, I think it's mostly against Ted's auto attack, and I mean, I believe you can reflect Chucho's sticky bomb as well. So I think it's not a totally ineffective item.
The black hole sun, though, right?
You cannot. No, you can reflect his auto attack as long as it's still a projectile. Yeah. Like once it's actually there as a mine, you can't. So at least it's not entirely ineffective, but in my opinion, it's kind of a strange.
There's just other upgrades that might be more efficient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we got a kill off of
there's going to be some follow-up here. 2 of them going to be weak. There's going to be almost at least the Ted. Sentry did manage to get out just barely, though. And Fog going to be engaging
Body Hunter and Chucho both really low here. What a crazy team fight there. It looks like no team really came out with the upper hand, though.
Yeah, no, it was a 1-for-1 trade right there. Arbe is going to help with pushing as well, so maybe, you know, they are kind of trying to compensate for that a little bit. Ray herself is a pretty strong pusher, though, but at the same time, she's been unfortunately down for a lot of the match. A total of 4 kills for the red team, 1 for the blue team. So right now they are a little bit of a solar advantage.
Looks like Body Hunter and Tempest here are going to take out that solar boss for that extra solar advantage and XP as well, right? It does like a significant amount of XP, especially good when your team's down a little bit. And it looks like the top turret's going to be taken down by a red team with Yong just pressing forward with that bike of his. Oh, what a kill on, I mean, not a kill, an airstrike on Body Hunter, and it looks like he's going to be going down with the bomb.
Yeah, that's going to be a sticky bomb right there. That's kind of an interesting thing. Personally, I play a lot of Frog, and I do come across a lot of Chuchos. So usually when I do see that, I do try to save my dash exclusively for... yeah, basically. I mean, that literally happened the other day, quite frankly. Where, you know, basically what I did is focus on my tornado ability, and then...
what a teleport!
Oh, wow, that was a pretty sick teleport. I gotta say, that was pretty worthy of a taunt right there.
I did not expect him to get away with that.
Yeah, I'll give him that one. I usually don't condone a lot of taunts, but you know what? I'll give him that one. I think that was worth it. That deserved it there. But unfortunately, they are still going to be down. Their first 2 turrets are going to be gone, and with this kind of comp, it's kind of difficult to say that it's going to be an easy comeback for them. Usually when it comes down to, you know, like I said, the classic knots on this map, Yuri, Nah, Durple, on the opposite team, I feel like you kind of have to just accept that your first two turrets are going to go down before the others, and then you make a comeback there. But in this situation, really, the red team is putting a lot of pressure on them. There's going to be a little bit of a skirmish right there in the middle. Not really too much going to come out of it. Ability's going to be burned, and just right there. Chuja kind of in there, taking about half health damage, but just going to get out right now.
It seemed that he started out that engagement with his Arbe, so maybe hoping that Chucho would throw a bomb on him or something.
Right. Yeah, they did change Arbe, not relatively recently, but a few patches ago, several maybe. Where it doesn't actually reflect during the entire duration of the tornado, by the way. So you only get, I believe, about a second of reflection at the beginning of the tornado. You have to time it
more precisely that way. It's arguably more skill needed to make it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be a nice follow-up right there on the escaping sentry. Just going to be able to finish them off really quick. And like I said, taking the sentry out is really important in this kind of a game since they are the initiator and going to be the setup for a lot of kills. In fact, I don't really recall immediately any kills that came without Pep at the sentry, so that's good on them on getting them. So they might be able to get a little push up top here with 2 full health droids as well as Raised Droid rather. It's going to be a sentry coming in and getting all 3 of them in a black hole. Unfortunately, no one there to follow up on that. That would have been a very interesting thing if they got a wipe right there.
Like both teams are doing pretty well farming those solar bosses. And I just want to point out, we got some kind of interesting upgrade picks here. We got Envelope being picked up recently, which usually I see Chucho's picking that up at like the first thing, but he got that. It allows the sticky bomb to be picked up when it's on the ground and it misses the actual players. It looks like Tempest, or not Tempest, sorry, Body Hunter got picked off by the Chucho there.
Yeah, a lot of that coming off of that bike, the Neon Nitro muffler right there.
What a kill from Tempest there. Threw him off with that.
That was a nice pick off. Yeah, I do see Tempest right now, speaking of like what we were talking about earlier, the potential for the blue team to be brawling. I do see Ray picking up auto attack damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well as Lux picking up nano repair bots, I think is what it's called.
Also picking up Droid on Rift, which is, I mean, obviously for the push. But, I guess
Droid on Rift
is what they're facing here with their push comp.
Yeah, Droid on Rift is one of those upgrades that I personally am conflicted on because it's objectively a really good upgrade, but I feel like it also makes
it can body block also, as my friend
It can auto body block people into the Rift. It's also really good for pushing. It's a very, very good upgrade. Oh, Tempest's going to be going down right there, unfortunately. Stun Stimpack going to be sentencing the end of her, unfortunately. So it is going to be, like I said, about twice as many kills on the red team as opposed to the blue team right there. And I was going to mention that actually Chucho did pick up the stick bomb and that it actually does really go very well.
Getting picked up by Yang, and then Yang
and almost going to be going down. Stewie almost going to be going down to the turret, but just short of that, unfortunately. So he's going to be staying in, picking up some health packs, and going to be pushing from there. But that sticky bomb does synergize really well with that trick up your sleeve upgrade, where there's a mini bomb that comes out after the first bomb gets stuck and explodes on someone. Because the mini bomb also is sticky, so it's almost guaranteed that it'll hit something, even if it's a droid. I mean, damage is damage at the end of the day, so it's kind of helpful in that regard as well. I do see also Can't Touch This coming out from a Frog, that shield upgrade on Tornado.
Does it do a 40% shield? Is that right?
It's 33% shield now, so a third of your damage is going to be negated. It's kind of interesting in my opinion because he's going very, very defensive. It is a very, very good pushing upgrade and very good for clearing in the middle of brawls and things like that, especially in situations where you can't really be stunned out of Tornado, because only Ted has the ability to stun any of them, so that might be what they're going for. Right here, there's a lot of push coming up on the top turret, so blue team actually is going to be getting one of the turrets, the first turret on top. It's going to be a big team fight coming right here. Jambo and Tempest right here stuck right there. Oh, there's going to be a nice rift right there. It's going to be
so much is happening right now. Tempest is actually alive. He gets picked up by the bomb.
Tempest. Unfortunately, that's a shame right there. Like I said, synergizes really well with the mini bomb. Oh, Body Hunter almost going to be off right there.
Dangerous right here with his placement.
Yeah, playing a dangerous game right there, my friend.
Teleports. Okay though.
Yeah, so he teleports out. That was very close. It's going to end up with a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the red team, unfortunately. But that was a very interesting match. Turret for a 2-for-1, worth it. We'll see. But I think overall it was at least good for them to get at least one of the turrets since they were behind.
I want to point out, by the way, that this is in the losers bracket, so both teams are in danger of being completely eliminated from the tournament if they lose this match. Yeah. It's the
so there's a little bit more on the line than just progressing than in the tournament. This is going to be they're for one of these teams. It's going to be the final bout that they have in this tournament. So we'll see what happens from there. Going to be taking out the Solar Boss on the blue side. Not really whole much going on, so just it's a pretty good time to take that out. And going to take the Solar Boss but not going to get the health
the cost
for
of his life, perhaps. Oh no, he gets out.
No,
wow.
He's actually out, and that's actually going to be a 1-for-0 trade.
But it turned out okay for them.
Yeah, Stewie, or not Stewie, Jamba right there, kind of continuing the engagement right there. Body Hunter going to be going in as well. And everyone is going to be trading a little bit of damage and kind of backing off from there. Sentry does have a pretty sizable black hole, so like I said, it's dangerous with the Sentry Ted comp right there. So if they do get a combination right there, it might be something right there. But right there, just clearing bottom, a little bit of push.
Like he wasted it on Frog, he just managed to dash out of it.
Yeah. Overall, I think it was good picks against the Sentry, I would say. Both the Lux and the Frog are sort of counters to Sentry, and they can just effectively leave the black hole or shield a lot of the damage. So that's going to be a good pick from them. But at the same time, if they're stuck in there, they're pretty much gone, no matter who you are, unfortunately. So that's going to be interesting right there.
What do you think so far, that just the meta-narrative of this match, who do you think is favorite at this point?
From the meta perspective, I would say that the red team is, because like I said, it's pretty hard to come by a better comp in this situation than Ted and Sentry. So, and because this is competitive, you're assuming that they're going to be working pretty closely together. And if they can land black holes and airstrikes, I think that's spells of death for a lot of people. Because especially with Ted being able to stun people, you might get a quick charge from Lux, but if he's stunned out of it, he's stuck in there, unfortunately. Beyond that, like I said, it kind of is dependent on individual engagements to see whether the blue team can avoid those kinds of initiations and then kind of follow up on even just a burned black hole could be turning the team fight in their favor. Just like right there, there was no black hole right there, and they kind of swarmed on that guy.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
that spelled the end for them. Ooh, Sentry going to be so close to death, but unfortunately not going to be able to finish that off. So they're going to be able to push. There's been a little bit of change in the dynamic of this match so far. In that, for now, blue team is picking up a lot of the map control. They were behind. They were on the heels for a lot of the match right now. Back turrets exposed, already half down or so. But they haven't really been back there for a while, and picking up the top turret as well as most of the bottom turret, things are looking up for the blue team. They do have a level advantage right now, a little bit, at least in terms of experience. Both level 11, almost even on kills now, and close to evening things on solar as well. So as far as who's who, blue team's not out for sure.
Yeah, it could turn at any point because all it takes is just one wipe or one double kill even just to completely change the tides of battle.
Yeah, at this point, 15 minutes in the game, borderline even a single kill could turn the favor into
over 20 kills overall. So there's been a lot of frags. Like last match, for instance, as intense as it was, we had just about as many kills as this game is showing. So very intense game. So
there's going to be 2 people in the black hole. Lux did pick up. Ooh, that's going to be Tempest down right there.
Tempest,
unfortunately, nothing you can do for that. Nothing to save him there, unfortunately. I did want to point out, Lux did end up picking up steel boxing gloves, which gives him a shield once he uses his auto attack after a charge or a missile barrage.
Oh, what a kill on Yong there. That's very essential, especially with all the pressurizing of the turrets that he's been doing.
No, yeah, absolutely. And it was basically effectively for free. I mean, the turret took a little bit of damage, but neither Lux or Frog in that engagement took any damage, and Chucho did go down. I did want to point out also a little bit earlier that the red team did take the blue side's solar boss. I'm losing my words right now, but it's all good. Ooh, and is that going to be Sentry down? That is going to be Sentry down, actually. So right now, red team is a little bit staggered, like I said, kind of pushing the favor for the blue team.
Yeah, turning over to blue team now. It's very close.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got both teams at level 12. Both teams at 12 kills, sorry. And then, so I'm actually very not sure who's going to win this now.
Yeah, it's coming out really close. All the turrets are exposed right now. The top blue turret is going to be the weakest, though. So honestly, even like a single kill, a double kill could spell the end for that turret. Even without any bots, they just go up and body it, having that little bit of extra opportunity to extend themselves in that manner. So we'll see. It looks like there might be an engagement coming up here soon. It'll be interesting to see. This potential engagement here could spell, the game for one of the teams. Honestly, depending on how it goes. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a disengage, though. Sentry's kind of putting their things there.
Looks like he's going in with that black
He's going to go in. There's going to be an airstrike right there. There's going to be a lot of damage on the Frog.
That's
going to be Sentry down. Is that going to be the Lux down, though? It is going to be the Lux down. The Mini Bomb not going to stick anyone, unfortunately.
Young barely making it out.
Juked need to avoid the big bar right there.
He almost got side cord.
All right. Yeah, I was about to say, almost got side cord right there. But unfortunately, going to be able to avoid that. That was almost a wipe on the red team, though. That's actually really, really good to mention. Both Frog and Ray are going to be relatively full health. They're going to be just behind turrets defending what he can. But like I said, they're going to be able to get a lot of push off on their turrets right there. Sentry is going to be coming back pretty soon with his beacon in there, so be able to defend a little bit more effectively. But yeah, overall, that was a really, really good turnaround for blue team.
Yeah,
they're the same level technically, but do have a level advantage now in terms of experience.
Got Isha with a very weak black hole, but will he make use of it? Not too sure, because the thing is with the sentries, he kind of gets countered here with the Frog and both Jambo. Also with Jimmy being able to get out of it, and yeah, he takes a sentry off there. And Stewie has something to answer for it though. It's
going to be 1-for-1 trade. Unfortunately, going to miss that dash. But it doesn't matter because Tempest is going to be following up with that. It's going to be something right there. Super low is going to be dash. A snipe. He's going to go down either way. So that's going to be a full wipe. Full wipe on the red team right there, and that actually could spell the end for both.
Yeah, this could very much be the end of the tournament here.
Yeah, there might be a game. I did want to point out and talk about, not the tournament, this single match. It'd be a little bit strange time if this is the
surprise, this is the grand finals. No.
No, but that's going to be a lot of damage on the base, about half down right now. I don't think it's going to be the end quite yet, because Sentry's going to be able to defend, and Chucha's coming in right now, and blue team needs to back off. Like I said, base exposure coming from the blue team. I honestly would not have expected this kind of outcome if you told me this was going to happen earlier in the game. Like I said, blue team was on their heels for most of the time, going to be able to get out a little bit of damage here and there, but really most of it was just
it seems like they just fell off late game. Maybe it was like the crazy brawling power from Ray or something. It looks like
it is interesting.
I mean, 3 damage upgrades, not even attacking, not even piercing, just straight damage.
No, the other thing to note on kind of a little bit of a meta, like strategic level, is that on the blue side, they did pick up Piggy maybe not relatively late, but at least not immediately, where some people would...
maybe they realized that they were kind of, like, falling behind and they needed to pick it up there.
Yeah, a little bit, and I mean, if Piggy's usually a pretty good item, I honestly hardly get it, because that's the main thing.
Taken out by Body Hunter. Can they take the kill from Sentry? He's maybe 1 bar. Oh, and he does.
That is going to be... And that might be Body Hunter going down right there. No, unfortunately, actually. So right there. He's going to be trying to follow up on the Chucho. And almost... Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be another wipe. That has to be game right there, I got to say.
That has to be game with the amount of power that these two have versus this half-health base here.
And a point that I did want to make from a long time ago is that Ray actually did manage to max out her auto attack and get a ton of damage, including HC bombs. So like I said earlier, is brawling potential... blue team definitely had it in the bag, in my opinion. And once they got past the black hole and those kind of initiations, that was basically spelling the end for those kinds of team fights. And that ended up winning them the game, in my opinion. So that's a pretty good match overall.
I guess if it's okay, we're just going to go straight into the next match without a transition, if that's okay with you.
Sure. Yeah, that's totally fine.